Are you a butterfly? Those few words have started so many friendships across the country. This time they led to a surprise camper tour at a Cracker Barrel. She bought a Tacoma with an aluminum camper shell, and then she built out the inside herself. Now she's on the adventure of a lifetime to see the national parks.
I saw your YouTube channel on the back of your van, so I'm like, I know this person. So I went over and introduced myself.
Yeah, I love meeting butterflies at Cracker Barrels. Are you a butterfly?
Exactly.
That's great, but she's on the road, and she hadn't prepared for this. We just met last night, and she was nice enough to let us do a van tour.
Hi Jan, I'm Cyndi. My 2016 Tacoma double cab with a 6-foot bed and my Moonlander made by Radica.
Is that, where is that company?
In Colorado, which is where I am from. I did construction with my husband for 27 years. We did home remodeling. We did additions and kitchens and bathrooms and all that kind of thing.
Let's see what you've got in the cab first, because I think you've got some interesting things here. What's this?
Okay, this is my 200L Bluetti.
2400 watts?
And my Set Power 37-liter refrigerator.
That's a big one. Refrigerator and freezer probably, right?
Refrigerator and freezer. You can use either side for either one. And this is my breezer window, which comes out completely, so I have access into the cab.
That came with it, I guess?
Nope.
No?
Put that in.
All right, I'll need to have that because that's a great little thing. We'll put it in the description below. Tell me what you had when you bought this. What did this come with?
It came with the windows and the exhaust fan and the roof bubble, and that was it. Other than that, was just an aluminum frame.
All right, aluminum frame.
Yeah, it's aluminum. It's only 384 pounds, which if you have
Wow.
two decent-sized guys in your truck,
Or even one sometimes.
that's as much as it is. So that's one of the reasons I bought it, because it's so light.
Yes.
And we have a limited payload with a camper like this, so
Right.
with the trucks.
And I bet you used light materials.
I did, absolutely. So I insulated it, and then I put cork on top. I used just the squares and glued them to the insulation. And it covered up the insulation goes right behind in between the framing, so you still had all this aluminum out, which can condense and get water everywhere. So I put the cork over the top of all of that so that I don't get any condensation. And then I painted it to keep it nice and pretty and white. I had a shorter topper earlier, so I already had these two cabinets here.
Oh, that's good. Did you'd built those earlier then?
I built those earlier.
Right.
But I cut this one down a little bit. I only had like 11 inches in between. It wasn't quite enough.
Yeah.
So I cut this one down a little, and I added some doors on the front of that cabinet so I could get inside, because the whole top lifts up, but I wasn't sure. Like if I'm cooking and I'm trying to get to a pan or a plate or something in those cabinets, I didn't want to have to lift up the whole top of that.
I love the way these windows open so that we've got a kind of a rainy day here. Not raining yet, but they let air in, and not so much the rain.
Exactly. And I got the biggest windows that they made so that I could have lots. Since I live in Colorado, I want to watch the stars and be able to see what's going on around. This is like greenhouse material. It's corrugated.
Oh.
And it's very, very, very light. And I made the rest of this out of aluminum frame, and I just put them together. Each cabinet only weighs 4 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I weighed
But it holds a lot.
But it holds a lot, and this is very strong. If it was wood, it would weigh like 20 pounds a cabinet. So but there's no back, just the cork behind them. There's no top. So it once again, just making it lighter. The storage is incredible.
And tell me about this kind of insulation that you have there, that you put into.
Yeah, I insulated the bottom and everything else.
And then, what is that?
It's polyiso 1-inch insulation.
This is roomier once I'm in here than it looked like when I was outside.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's just the nicest breeze coming through.
It is. It is.
And you don't even have that fan on. Is that like a Max Air fan?
Yeah, it's a Max Air. Yes.
Yeah.
My bed goes in, you know, I've got a platform that goes in between all these.
Oh, yeah, probably rests right there.
Then, and then this goes down, which still leaves me room to stand for my toilet in the middle of the night.
Oh, I see. This whole thing from here back can be bed. Do you do that every night?
Of course. I have storage under this, and I was storing all my blankets under there. I actually was going to build my own topper, and I saw this one, and my kids were like, Mom, you're never going to get it done, and we want you to go while you can.
Well, just nice.
Do it.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, it's aluminum and lightweight, and I don't know how that easy that would have been to build, but it's got the skylight there and the fan. Now that's kind of like a cab over storage, isn't that right? That goes over the cab. And that's mostly like blankets for the bed and so forth?
Yeah, and I have a lot of 1-inch foam pieces that go in the back and cover up my skylight and cover up my windows, and it'll keep it 10 degrees warmer and or cooler than outside when I have all the foam in.
Got all these layers of insulation there that fit perfectly.
Well, and as you can see, I can stand up.
Oh, perfect.
In my skylight.
You sure are. And how tall are you?
5'4". Of the truck.
Aha. So for sleeping, sometimes if you're in a parking lot with a lot of lights, that's good.
Absolutely.
But look how the ceiling glows because it is translucent.
Yeah, you can see like the shadow of the fan around it and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's insulation, and she has that for all of her windows and for the back hatch too. And every bit of that under the bed is storage.
Yep, got all my clothes. I got a sleeping bag in case I need it. I put all my canned goods down here because I don't really want that extra weight rocking up high if I didn't have to.
Oh, good point.
This is my food storage.
A pantry.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So before I even started building, I made lists of everything I wanted to bring, and I laid everything out like on the bed, like it was on shelves to see how it fit, and if I thought I needed more, if I wanted to make them deeper or less deep. That's my bathroom. And I mean, it's amazing what you can fit in there. I fit like my whole medicine cabinet in there.
Yeah, and cleaning supplies.
Yep.
Right.
And this is my kitchen, somewhat.
And you've got a nice little sink right there.
These are actually from my toilet manufacturer. They're 2.6 gallons each. So I have wet and my gray. So they come out. It was a challenge figuring out how to build something to hold them so they didn't move, so I could get them out of there and make sure that this was right on top of it. So
but you made it work.
I made it work
by measuring twice and cutting once.
Exactly.
Okay, what's this fancy thing right here?
That's my Trillino toilet.
And what kind of toilet is that? What is it?
It's just a composting toilet.
A composting, okay.
Yep.
The bed comes out to here at night, and this is the other part that the bed rests on.
Right.
So the bed goes all the way back, and then you got this.
Yes,
that's for nighttime. And the space where my feet are now is where you can stand up.
I have a shower tent, actually, if I ever want to get it out. Tools are under there. My my jumper cables. But I have like my little 1-burner stove.
Is that what you cook on mostly? Is like a propane or butane?
Butane. All my pots and pans in there. This has like, Ziploc bags and things like that in there, and extra butane.
Kitchen's all in front of you, and you can reach everything right now, right from here, and you have countertop. I love
do
that.
have
I don't have a countertop. And you can just sit right here. You can scoop from side to side and reach anything in here, can't you?
That's right.
That's an advantage.
And this one's an AC 180. It's 1800 watts. I bring this back here to charge with the solar, and then I have a DC to DC charger that I charge that one with. And I also can charge this one with it through the window. So
that's efficient. I have that too, solar and The DC
Right.
with two different power stations with two different methods to charge,
Right.
and that is so efficient.
It is.
Because like a day like today, we're not going to get a lot of sun. It's very overcast.
Right.
But you're probably going to be driving,
Yep.
so you can make up for what the sun doesn't do.
Yep, absolutely. But now I can reach in and get into my refrigerator.
Oh, how nice! I didn't
Yep.
even think about that. That the refrigerator's in there and you're back here. Well,
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of my other pet peeves when I was camping with my other topper. This was really, really high on my list. A microwave, once again, was very high on my list.
Oh,
It's
so
why I
nice.
bought this Blue Eddy first, because
Yeah.
I really wanted a microwave. It's so nice to just
What wattage
heat up.
is the microwave? You know?
700. This is my nightstand. I wanted it open.
Grab
So,
stuff.
my glasses, my brush, my mids, stuff like that I need every day. I can just grab. And then I've got, this is my jump starter if I need it. Heater, noisemaker, shower things, blow dryer.
Let's see, a fire blanket.
Yep, definitely got that. Got the can of fire extinguisher too.
Yes, that's good to have both. I do.
When I cook, they're always both right out here.
That is good.
In here, I got my underwear and socks and stuff. I need to do laundry, so they're almost empty. But my snacks, all my charger cables, my adorable little Staker vacuum.
Oh.
It is the best thing ever. It's a good one, and it also will blow up, inflate things. I also made my little container here for my shoes, so I can take them off when I first get in and
Good
just
idea.
dump them, and then they're out of the way. Once again, a little of this was learned over my
As you
years
go.
of camping, and the year I had my shorter topper. So by the time I got to this, I was like, I know exactly what I want. Yeah, so this
That's
is
good.
my shoe cabinet,
Aha.
basically.
Very nice.
And this is my screen for the hatch.
oh,
I
good.
made 3 hooks up here,
Mm-hmm.
and so it just hangs from them when I want to leave my hatch open.
Very
and,
nice. Bugs out. Slightly
out.
more privacy.
Yeah, exactly. We got to show off the windows too. So they have a screen. They also come up and it's a
Oh.
blackout shades. So
Very nice.
they come apart, and then you
All
can
kinds of
open
different
and
ways.
shut. Yeah. So they're wonderful.
Yes.
Those are called Arctic Turn. That's the brand for the windows. And yeah, that's
And then, of course, on top of that, you've got the extra insulation to fit in both of them.
exactly.
There,
So I'm going to see all the national park units and anything
Yes.
else that grabs my fancy.
so. Of course. Well, there's so much to see.
I gave myself until the snow flies, more or less. I want to be home for Christmas, so I'm gonna.
Right.
I do a huge Christmas display, so I have to be home by the early November.
So you get that ready.
Exactly, the neighbors would riot if I didn't put it up. Yeah, I've camped my whole life.
Yeah. So it wasn't
yeah.
new to you.
And I love to travel, and my husband and I took, even though we were self-employed, so it's hard to take trips, but we took some good trips to California and up into Canada and whatever already, around the country.
So this was already in your blood to travel.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm so curious. There's nothing that doesn't interest me. When I visit a state, I try and zigzag across, and I try to not take the highways, so I can really see what it's like, what the houses look like, what the little
How they
towns
live.
look like.
Yeah. The people I find are the same. They're good people everywhere. Don't you find that?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
You probably don't have any fear either, like we don't. Do you?
No.
No, because you've camped so much, it's good. There are good people out there.
That's right. And I find traveling by myself, I experience it more too, because I don't have a distraction. I'm not worried about, is this person bored, or do they want to stay longer or whatever.
Yeah.
I can fully immerse myself. When I went to the ruins in Arizona, just standing there and listening, and hearing the voices of the people that were there before and imagining, or walking around Jamestown or whatever, and thinking about what it really was like for the people that lived there then. I went to Shackleford Island and saw the wild ponies. And since I was alone, there were 2 rangers that actually came over with me, and one of them stayed with the group of college kids, and one of them went off. He was counting the horses and documenting them and making sure that they knew that the herds were either bigger or smaller or whatever. And he taught me everything. Answered all my questions, showed me what all the people, and I probably would not have done that if I had somebody with me.
Right.
I was at the Great Smokies, and I was out early and I was out late, and I saw like 30 bears and the bear cubs, and it was just so much fun. And once again, being alone, I could stay, however, if I wanted to watch them for half an hour, I could, and not worry, is somebody else getting bored or whatever.
Our advice, mine and yours, is don't fear traveling alone, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, for new people. Don't put it off.
Yeah, don't put it off. That's what my kids said. Mom, go. We want you to go. You've always wanted to do this. Go. Do it. Enjoy yourself.
That's just wonderful.
It really helped that they supported me spending their money.
their inheritance. Life is short. Live your dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I love that you're living your dream. I really appreciate you showing us your lovely little marshmallow in Phoenix. Oh, it's a lovely setup you have, very efficient.
Thank you.
And thanks for the tour.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, everybody, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Fade to black.